Transafrica is first of all, it's not a cycling event. Transafrica is a journey, it's an adventure. The means of transport is a bicycle. So it's not a race, it's an adventure. The emphasis on Transafrica is not about finishing. It has absolutely nothing to do with finishing each day, it's all about starting. The age group, the participants, doesn't matter. If you can ride a bike, you can participate. I mean, we had, I think the youngest rider was 25, oldest rider was 62. So it really makes no difference. If you really put your mind to it, you can achieve anything. From a journey point of view, just some statistics, 1,229 kilometres, 16 riders, 4 support crew, 5 vehicles, a cameraman, a videographer, masseur. So it was quite a big event. We travelled over 4,500 kilometres in the vehicles. From a fundraising point of view, a fantastic achievement by all the riders. We raised very close to 700,000 Rand for the village, and because of the way the event was structured, all of that funding went to the village.
So I've worked in the First Rand group for a good part of 20 years, actually more than 20 years. I've been with R&B for about 12 years. I think that's really where we all got connected. First Rand obviously is the main sponsor for TA. And then I ride with Rob and Henry quite a bit, and we were doing a race last year. And I think it was on the last day of the race, they sort of floated the idea past, we're doing this thing next year, do you want to come along? And I said, yeah, sure, send me the bank details, and that was it. So, committed.
It's this concept of actually doing something meaningful for, I mean, obviously the need of the children at Nganyami, and just, I think the plight of homeless children is something that's really substantial and meaningful and relevant in South Africa. And it's something that every person has a little bit of a responsibility to do something, and it's a calling that I felt to actually make a contribution to something as meaningful as helping children out.
I think the vision of what Transafrica is doing for Nganyami, to stand in the gap to help the children less fortunate than ourselves, is just awesome. I think the education for children in our country is very important, and I think just being able to give them the knowledge and the confidence to be able to go out there and succeed in life, and to have the ability to take the opportunities and to make something of it is really good.
So one of the key aspects of First Rand Transafrica and was pivotal in the way we structured this year was centered around Nelson Mandela's quote, the fact that education was the only thing that ever changed the world. And the other thing from First Rand's point of view is that they were fully into supporting youth development. So bringing those two aspects together was what helped us to frame the event, to hang our hat on it, if you wish, and obviously to go out to sponsors and get sponsorship. The other key aspect of First Rand Transafrica is the fact that there are many things wrong in this world. And if you stand and look at the world, you almost get despondent. You can't fix everything. So what you've got to do is to do what you can with what you have wherever you are. And I think that's what the message we try to get over to the riders. So it didn't matter if you were a 50-year-old who was in the corporate world, or whether you're a 25-year-old student, you could add great value to the event just doing what you could do.
To be honest, this is the only event where I have participated with every rider riding for a specific cause, which was Nganyami. That was the best part of it, that everyone there had one goal, and that was Nganyami.
I mean, child education is massively important. If you, again, my own opinion is the one thing that will get this country on the right footing is to actually give children and our future generations the ability to educate themselves. That will uplift the country itself. So no other item is going to be the enabler. It's education.
There's no words that can explain Transafrica. There's no words that can explain the beauty of our country, the hard times, the tough times, the good times, the friendships that you make, and you can only actually experience that if you do it. So I would want everyone to share and be able to do it, and to be able to do it for the children. I think when they see the home and they see what's been happening, they would want to help out.
It was an amazing story for me. My family had never seen anything like this. I said to my mom, I'm going to do this ride. She looked at me strangely and said, okay. And I think when she came to the end, she actually realized what it was all about. She saw the village, she saw the kids, she saw why this whole thing was happening. And now she's getting involved. So it's touched lots of parts of our lives.
You know, I do think we get caught up in our own lives. It's very, very easy. Our lives are stressed out. You know, we often, we'll moan to our partners and things like that about how tough things are, and we always want more and whatever. But we consumed in our own little world. We don't actually realize how fortunate we are, and what we have. So I think things like this, and this is definitely on a grand scale, but we could do things on a much smaller scale in our own communities, where if we just took a step back, took the blinkers off and realized what's happening around us, I think as a community we've lost a lot of that sense of family and looking after each other. And for me, this is something which sort of brought that back home to me and reminded me we need to do more of that.
I think on behalf of the children at Ngani Yami, on behalf of the board at Restoration of Hope, Kloof Harvest Church, I think we really just want to thank the sponsors for endorsing us, for supporting us, especially First Rand, who came on board as title sponsor, and all the other supporters, be they corporates, be they individuals who sponsored their friends. A thank you to the riders who committed their time and their efforts, and probably most especially to the support crew who stood there in the background, didn't get any glory and actually made it all happen. And we look forward to First Rand Transafrica in 2018.